In the previous video, I showed you how to create a mug handle for a standard mug. For those of you doing what's called a belly mug, the process is the same, but just a little bit more complexity with planes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my plane here. I'm going to choose my front of this, and I'm going to offset the bottom here, this little ridge here. I'm going to offset that 1 inch. So I'm in line as we can take a look and see that bottom point of this. So I'm going to place a sketch on that plane 1. And I'm going to align my handle with that point. And again, this is an extremely small scale because we're dealing with a game piece here. Actually, I don't want to align it there. I'm going to take that sketch off. I'm going to replace that sketch on that plane 1. And I believe as I'm looking at the diagram on this, I actually want to align it a little closer to the bottom, right above here. So I'm just going to do a handles point 1.5. Scale on this, again, is really small versus the other one because this is a game piece. So I'm going to come back to my plane. I'm going to close out this sketch, and I need to create another plane. I'm going to go to that same front plane, and this one I'm going to offset 0.8. And the way I've gotten this is just not random. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to go to plane 2 and lay my sketch down. I'm going to go back to that front. I'm going to grab that circle, and my handle is going to come into play right somewhere in here. And again, I'm going to go to that 0.15. And fix that. And what we'll see now is I have those two sketches there. I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm going to put a sketch down, and I want to put a sketch down on the intersection of this. So I want to go to the right side of this. I'm going to place that sketch there. I'm going to grab my arc tool, and I need to find that center point of that circle that I've drawn, which I hope it's that, and the center point of the circle which I've drawn, which is that, and I will draw my handle. Now I'm going to gain perspective, and hopefully I chose that circle there. Yes, I did. I'm going to come up here, close out this sketch, and I'm going to grab my sweep tool. I'm going to select the circular face here and the circular face here. And I need that face, and there we go. I can see it better there. There we go. And it's not selecting. I believe it's because it's not on the surface, but I'm going to see if I can go face of sketch 4 here and select that through here. It is not letting me. So as I've done that, I can come here and I can now click on my sweep path, which I'm going to say is this, the line that I've drawn. I can green check mark this, and I can see that I've created my handle for my belly mug using two surfaces that aren't equal. To go back to my original sketch of this, to show you where I got the measurements for my plane, you can see I got the measurements for my bottom plane being 1 inch to this point because this is where I wanted to put my handle. From the top one where I got the 0.8 from, I knew at this intersection point I was going to be 0.8, which is my radius. So that's how I decided to put plane 1 at 1 inch and plane 2 at 0.8 inches is based off my original sketch, which then gave us a finished product. Once I found that second circle to sweep against, we can see my pot or my belly mug handle.